Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 27th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Tuesday out there so far. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about your forecast for Wednesday and Thursday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar as well. Also, take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map as it's got a lot to discuss on it. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they offer from the Storm Prediction Center. And also take a look at the tropical weather outlook for the next 48 hours and also over the next 7 days. Okay, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Okay, as you can see, we got quiet conditions over Quebec, Canada, back down from Montreal and Toronto, Canada, across much of southern Canada and southwestern Canada, as well as high pressures in charge of your area of weather. Also, high pressure is also in charge of from areas from east of Michigan through much of Ohio, through portion of Pennsylvania, through West Virginia, through the Carolinas, down into Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, eastern Kentucky, and also over here in portions of Kansas, back into Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, also into Colorado, back into Utah and Southern California, Arizona, New Mexico, and also northern Mexico, and also portions of the Gulf of California. Also western portions of Seattle, Washington, Oregon, and around the San Francisco and Los Angeles area. High pressure will dominate your area of weather. Alright, the more active weather will be here in Maine, all the way down to Boston, New York, and Philadelphia, through portion of Pennsylvania, New York State. A little bit down in southwestern Pennsylvania, through West Virginia. Also into central and southern Florida, through the portion of the Florida Panhandle, back down into the Gulf of Mexico, through Louisiana, all the way through Arkansas, back over toward Kentucky and Indiana, western Michigan, also over toward Wisconsin, also Minnesota, Iowa, and Missouri, all the way back over to Nebraska and Kansas, all the way back into Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, and right along the U.S.-Canadian border there as well, all the way back over to Seattle, Washington vicinity, back in the portion of eastern Oregon, also in the portions southeast Oregon, also into much of Nevada, and also into the mountain range of California. A little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity down in northern Mexico and portion of Arizona. In the gray slashed area, there's some critical fire weather possible in that region. Yellow slashed area down here in portion of Mississippi and portion of Arkansas, severe weather possible, and up here in portion of Minnesota and a portion of Wisconsin, some severe weather possible for your Wednesday. Alright, here's a look at your forecast for Thursday. You can see we got high pressure still in charge from Quebec, Canada, down to Montreal and Toronto, Canada, through portion of New York State, through Pennsylvania, over toward Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., also into Virginia and the Outer Banks of North Carolina, a little bit over southern Georgia, northern Florida. Also, high pressure is also going to be in charge of Houston, Texas, over toward Dallas, Texas, over toward Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, through portion of Missouri, portion of Kansas, through Oklahoma, much of Texas, also in northern Mexico, and also down into the Gulf of California, through portions of western New Mexico, western Colorado, Arizona, back into portions of California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington State, portion of Montana, North Dakota, and Idaho, Vancouver, Canada. High pressure still in charge of your area of weather. Okay, we got showers and storms down here in portions of Miami, Florida, down toward the Florida Keys. Showers and storms from Maine all the way, like I said, through Boston and New York and New York State. And like I said, also showers and storms also through the Carolinas, all the way down into portions of Alabama, Mississippi, through Tennessee and Kentucky, through Missouri, also into Kansas, all the way back into New Mexico, through Denver, Colorado, also into Wyoming, and also into Utah, and also in portions of Montana, Idaho as well, all the way back through North Dakota and Minnesota, and also into Wisconsin and Michigan and around Illinois and Indiana as well. In the yellow slashed area there may be some severe weather possible across Indiana, Illinois, and maybe southern Wisconsin on your Thursday. To the weather radar across the nation. As you can see, here's we got scattered activity, widespread shower. Also scattered activity over around Newfoundland and also over towards Nova Scotia. Also, we got scattered activity also over here in portion of New Hampshire, Maine, back down into Pennsylvania, down in West Virginia, portion of Virginia. More widespread showers and storms off in the coastal waters of the mid-Atlantic region. Also some scattered activity over North Florida, Southern Florida, down into the Bahamas, down into the Puerto Rico area. Also down into Cuba, a little bit more widespread showers and storms there. Scattered activity over southwestern Alabama. There's another more showers and storms moving into portions of Mississippi, northeastern Louisiana, bringing some severe weather to you guys there. Also scattered activity over northern Mexico through Arizona, all the way into portions of Oklahoma and Kansas, and also into portions of Colorado, also into northern Missouri. More scattered activity over northern portions of Minnesota, also southern Canada there as well. Maybe a little bit of snow mixed in there as well, over there not too far from Vancouver, Canada. Scattered activity also over in Montana, back to Washington State, all the way down to Oregon and California, also into Nevada, and also into Wyoming and Idaho there as well. Also, we got some scattered activity around the Guam Island there, and also central and south Alaska. Got a few scattered showers there as well. And also around the Hawaiian Chain Island, got a few scattered showers in your vicinity around the island there as well. Alright, we're moving on to the watches, warning, and advisory. Here's the advisory map and warnings here. You can see we got some air quality alert for one county east of Maine. Flood watches, flood advisories in effect for Maine down in the portion of Vermont and New Hampshire. Also again over here in portion of New York State, all the way down in eastern Pennsylvania. We got some severe thunderstorm warnings in portion of around the Washington D.C. area, down into eastern Virginia, the Outer Banks of North Carolina. As well, we got a lot of air quality alerts extending from central and western New York through west central PA, also into around the Washington D.C. area again, down in North Carolina as well. Also around the Georgia, Atlanta metro area. Also some more air quality alerts over central Ohio, northeast Ohio, western Ohio, all of Michigan, much of Indiana, all of Illinois, all of Iowa, all of Wisconsin, northern Michigan, northeastern and eastern portion of Minnesota, southern Minnesota there as well. This here special weather statement here, this includes visibility for wildfire smoke that may produce visibility below a quarter of a mile at times at some locations. Up here in New York State, you got some special weather statement there for strong thunderstorms. Also special marine warning, like I said, off the coastal waters there in the Carolinas. Also, we got that excessive heat watch in effect for portions of southern Illinois, southeast Missouri, western Kentucky, western Tennessee, central Tennessee as well, central and western portions of Alabama, northeastern portions of Mississippi, and also over here in portions of California, we got that excessive heat watch also in effect. Heat advisory is also for portions of western California, also for southern portions of New Mexico, also into central Texas, north central Texas as well, western Texas, southern Texas, eastern Texas, northern Louisiana, much of Arkansas, all the way up into much of Missouri, eastern portion of Kansas, also into Mississippi, all the way down in southwestern portions of Alabama, and the panhandle of Florida, including the north area of Florida there as well. Got a few severe thunderstorm warnings there as well in north Florida. Also, we have some excessive heat for eastern portion of Arkansas, eastern Texas, also into central and southern Louisiana, southern portions of Mississippi and Alabama, also over here in southern Texas, central Texas, northeast Texas, west Texas, and also in the southeastern portions of New Mexico, and also over here in portions of southern and southeastern Arizona. Air quality alerts in southwestern Arizona. Also, we got some red flag warnings in effect for central and northeastern portion of Arizona, western portions of New Mexico, also northeastern New Mexico and western Colorado. We got a wind advisory there also in effect for portions of Utah. Flood advisory, flood watches in effect for portions of California. Also up here in Montana. Also into portions of Washington State. And we still got those area river flood warnings in effect for portions of South Dakota and Nevada regions as well. We got a severe thunderstorm watch also for western portions of South Dakota, Kansas, and Nebraska as well. Also eastern Colorado. Also down here in southwest Kansas, Oklahoma, northern Texas, and northeastern portions of New Mexico. Alaska got a few special weather statements in the north. Got some gale warnings still on the south side of the island there. North side looks a-okay. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they offer from the Storm Prediction Center. You can see here's the outlook for this afternoon and tonight. This has got general thunderstorm from Maine all the way down to eastern North Carolina, all the way over toward Pennsylvania, northeast Ohio, also again from the Florida Keys to southern Georgia, all the way to Minnesota, all the way back to Washington, Oregon states, and California, Montana as well. There's that marginal risk extending from North Dakota all the way down to Louisiana. Also for portion of Oklahoma all the way back into North Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas. And this here is from Kansas all the way through Nebraska and South Dakota. The blue boxes there is severe thunderstorm watches. We will get that in just a few minutes. You can see here the convective outlook. You can see it a little better. This is what I'm looking at here. See there's that moderate risk for severe weather. White boxes that's in effect. Eastern portion of Wyoming has some severe thunderstorm warnings there. West central portion of South Dakota, Nebraska, and northwestern portion of Kansas. Southwestern Kansas, also in Oklahoma, western Oklahoma that is, North Texas, and northeastern portions of New Mexico. Also down in southern Arkansas to Louisiana and to central Mississippi for severe thunder. MDS discussion. Currently just talking. Storm reports. Currently as of this recording, we do not have no tornado reports at this time. Wind reports, 52, 4 was high. Currently most of them were located over in eastern Pennsylvania, over toward Washington D.C. and over toward northern Virginia there as well. Also down here in northern Florida, northern Louisiana, western Arkansas, central and eastern portions of Oklahoma, southern portions and central portions of Nebraska, also over here in New Mexico, eastern portion, and that's about all the wind report. Hail report was 17, one was large. We had some over here around toward the Washington D.C. area, Philadelphia region, also over toward southeastern Wyoming, Colorado, eastern Wyoming, and western portions of South Dakota. And there may be a few other little spots here and there, and under them wind advisory could be a hail report as well. So just want to let everybody know that as well. Total number of storm report 60 reported, but I do expect the numbers to increase as we continue through the remainder of the afternoon and evening hours across the board. Alright, fire weather issues. We still have that elevated risk from West Texas through over into central and southern portions of New Mexico, also into Arizona as well. Also, we got that critical fire weather problems over the northeastern portions of Arizona, in the portion of Colorado, and western portions and northwest areas of New Mexico. The ISO dry spot is in that little brown area there. So, like I said, if any wildfire in this region here, they can escape quickly and take off with some strong winds blowing that can bring some wildfire danger to life and property. All right, and finally we're going to wrap it up with the tropical weather outlook. You can see during the next 48 hours, there's the remnants of Tropical Storm Cindy, only a 10% chance. The forecast track takes it up toward the Nova Scotia, Newfoundland region. But like I say, it's only like a 30% chance there. Southwestern tropical Atlantic, remnants of Cindy. A weak area of low pressure associated with the remnants of Cindy continues to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms about 400 miles to the south of Bermuda. Strong upper level winds are currently preventing redevelopment of this system, and these environmental conditions are only expected to become markedly favorable for some gradual development later this week. The system is forecast to move generally northward over the western Atlantic, passing near Bermuda on Thursday or Friday. Formation chance through 48 hours, low 10%. Formation chance through 7 days, low 20%. I thought it was 30, but it's 20%. So it ain't very high. So the odds of Cindy coming back to tropical storm status is getting smaller and smaller. To my opinion, I don't think it will happen. So, but there's a possibility it could. But right now, I'm leaning to it's not going to happen. But anyway, hope everybody enjoyed this video. Continue to stay safe and well. Like these videos, share these videos. Consider subscribing if you have not subscribed yet. And we'll catch you back in the next video.